Hello, everybody. Thank you for clicking on an unexpected late night live. Chris will be rejoining us soon, probably Friday. There just hasn't been a lot going on. For those that don't know, Chris is our um, counterterrorism and military expert, and we've been focusing on Haiti and on the Gaza Israel situation, and there hasn't been a lot of change. They have started bombing in Rafah, in the southernmost part of Gaza, and there has been a potential um, agreement reached for what the outside world wants um, Haiti to be governed as. And the sentiment on the ground in Haiti is that of freedom, self determination, and independence. And it will be interesting to see if the people of Haiti will accept what the outside world is going to present to them as how they will be governed. Hello, Fred. Thank you for being here as well. Always be kind. Thank you for being here. Thank you all for watching wherever it may be that you are watching, and whenever it may be. So I greatly appreciate it. And I found this from Fox News. We're going to start tonight out with um, this shot, basically. And it is from Fox News. And it was when Chavez was saying that the United States weapon test, a direct energy weapon, uh, actually accidentally caused the Haiti earthquake, because Haiti is not in a zone that is known to have devastating earthquakes like they had. And so that takes us to tonight. Tonight, of course, we're talking about AI, which we will get to, and we're talking about let me go back here. Hold on just a second. Okay. We're talking about AI, of course, and I want to point you to, let me see, how do I do this? I want to show you where you can find, well, apologies. I wasn't anticipating being required to do this here, but let's get this back down so that I can show you. There we go. That's what I was wanting. Um, super secret weapons that drive disarmament negotiations. This features Lieutenant Colonel Thomas Bearden. This is from Dutch, our earthquake guy, Dutchines. And if you, I recommend you watching this. It's about an hour long, but it talks about the direct energy weapons. It talks about the microwave weapons, which is another form of direct energy weapons that was first thought to be used on Americans at the United States Embassy in Moscow, where two ambassadors died. There's a lot to this, and it's been a weird night. Again, the title for tonight is AI's impact. Okay, I want to make sure I was on the right thing. AI's impact and other weird things. And the other weird things came up right before, right as I was ready to go on. And this is one of the things that I was watching earlier tonight. And again, I recommend you give this a watch. Secret weapons that drive disarmament negotiations. And this was done, by the way, back in 1988. But you might find it relevant now. There's talk about the viruses, about vaccines, about depopulation, a lot of things from 40 years ago that are possibly starting to surface. Um, One of the other weird things that happened was that I was looking for I was on iHeartRadio searching for the song that is out by Aardvarks and Anteaters called "Sex on the Phone" with the lyrics that I wrote again about 40 years ago. Um, and it did not have the song. It had a Taylor Swift song, and it had a Drake song. So I'm not sure what's up with that, but anyway, that was strange and weird. And I do have a song out, as I said, "Sex on the Phone's" the name of the song. I wrote the lyrics to it. It's not my voice. I'm not singing it. Um, it's it's a slow jam, but it's not, put you to sleep slow. It is slow and kind of maybe a little bit of a Caribbean feel to it. Um, and check it out. But don't check it out on iHeartRadio because you won't get the song for some reason, and I'll get that straightened out. It should be on iTunes. It should be on Apple. I do know some people that have downloaded it, and some of them the song got stuck in their head. Some of them the song got stuck on their radio, but that's a different story. All right, let's move along here. Odd stuff that I found. I found this shortly before coming on. This is a map of the United States, and you see the pink line going through here. This is the path of the eclipse coming up on April 4th, just a few days away from right now. And you see the path going through Texas, through Arkansas, touching on the Boot Hill in Missouri, then just grazing southern Illinois, making a path through Indiana, through northern part of Ohio, just touching Pennsylvania, then through upper New York, Vermont, New Hampshire, Maine, Nova Scotia, and then out into the Atlantic Ocean. What you're seeing is a projection of the cloud cover for April the 8th, when the eclipse is going to occur. This is the AI projection of what the cloud cover is going to be like. This entire area of blue is cloud. This entire um, comma shaped feature is clouds. The white is expected to be clear on that day. Now, I point out the comma feature because anybody that knows anything about storms, they appear in this way. And this is a massive spot right here, especially that far out. So it could be that cloud cover storms, heavy storms, especially in Illinois and Indiana and Missouri on that day, is what Dr. Reed Timmer, tornado specialist, extreme weather expert, this is what his projections are for that day. I found that very odd, and that they would have projections that far out. This is weird. Again, I don't have any other explanation other than this is weird. Faced by the moon, and this is updated and a little bit clearer than the original I saw a night ago. I didn't include it last night because it didn't look like this. So, is this AI, or is this something that is perhaps biblical?
He's it's only yes, definitely a male face. There's the moon again. I'm gonna zoom up closer. There. See this face by the moon that everybody's talking about? See this camera? It's not a phone. Kodak. not cutting away. You can't put no app on it, so there's not a trickery. I'm not going to turn away. I'm going to walk out this door slow as can be without cutting away. Hey, come on out here so you can see this face by the moon, because I can see it again without cutting away. Look, yeah, you out here too. Look at the face. You see it?
Yeah.
All right. There it is. I haven't cut away. Hold up. Turn on
mist light.
Hold up. Here we go. Zooming in. Zooming in. Zooming in. Zooming in. There it is. We can see it on the camera. Y'all see it?
It looks like a mist, but I guess it's clouds.
There it is.
It's huge.
That's it right there.
Okay.
And I'm trying to be still. Yeah. It's got cracks in it. It's looking down.
Looks angry.
Yeah, looks angry. It's looking down at us right now. Let me zoom out.
It's just weird, whatever it is.
Zoom out. Yeah, he's looking. And I think I got this thing down. It's full moon. Full moon.
The full moon was actually March 25th, but close
24th?
enough.
There he is. See? And that moon itself looks off.
It makes me go inside.
Yeah.
Look at the background behind it.
Yeah.
It looks like concrete.
Yep. Say, a lot of people say it's stuck in the firmament. I'm gonna zoom back out without taking my eyes off this moon. That's what it looks like. Some people say he's stuck in the firmament in the water. He's it's definitely a male face. There's the moon again. I'm gonna zoom up closer. There it is. Yep. Now y'all see this, right? I'm not moving a lot. This is not an app. Once again, we caught it. You should go outside on the full moon and catch this thing.
Oh, yeah, you can see it.
Catch that thing.
Let me know what you think in the chat or in the comments below if you're watching this at your convenience.
Call somebody. See if we can get the town to catch this space. And that's it, ladies and gentlemen. I'm gonna stay out here all night. You know what? I should go live. Yeah, I can't go live with this camera, so I'm gonna go ahead and cut it off here.
Hey, you should come inside.
Yeah. Well, running from it ain't gonna do anything. All right.
Again, let me know what you think in the chat if you're watching live, or let me know what you think in the comments below if you are watching at your convenience. And again, thank you, no matter which that may be. This is someone known as Auntie, and Auntie was I had this queued up, doggone it. Auntie was a psychic, self-professed psychic until a few years back, and denounced that and went into the more of a spiritual idea of how she viewed her talents, gifts, whatever it may be, premonitions. And she talked, okay, let's go back here to the start for just a second. She talks through this about this Ryan, a guy that's part of the Diddy thing. He's part of the bringing down the Illuminati. She talks about Leave the World Behind. Russia releasing pictures, but they're not pictures. They are paintings of Yeshua or Jesus, and how it's part of a plan. And she also talks about, hold on, let me get up here just a little bit, about right here. Well, let's listen.
The Obamas Netflix series or movie, Leave the World Behind. It's pretty hard to get in and out of places if bridges are either piled up with Teslas that have wrecked into each other because they're on autopilot, or I guess if the bridges are gone. Everything about this to me feels like a test run. And the fact that it was a Francis Scott Key Bridge, the second I found that out, yeah, he's the gentleman who wrote the Star Spangled Banner. By far, hands down, one of the most biggest representation of our great nation, America, hands down. That just seems so ominous. That just seems so strategic. And like we see with these elites, it just seems like they're, well, putting it right there in our faces. Exactly what they're going. Friends, this is the first of more to come, and definitely not going to be the last.
I'm not sure why this is not playing. We'll come back to this as we do.
The facts.
Oh.
The fact that those three eclipses of 2017, 2023, and 2024 all do very well form the Aleph and the Tav, the Alpha and the Omega over the United States. But something about that eclipse just has seemed off. Did you know that the moon and the sun aren't even in the proper house? They're currently in Pisces. Yeah, that doesn't make sense. And I'm no astrologer, astronomer. I don't know. I don't even have a telescope. But I can tell you, I do have Skyview. And if you pop in that date, something just isn't lining up. And that something would be the moon and the sun. At least not in regards to a solar eclipse. Something just feels so off about that eclipse. Boy, oh boy, wouldn't that be something? If the elites could manage to stage a man-made event. There's talk of Nibiru, whatever it's called. And we have all seen the videos, the countless videos. Even my assistant captured last night 2 moons in the sky. I couldn't get it on video, but I saw it myself. We have seen video after video of multiple, not just 2 or 3 moons. Some nights there's 3, 4, 5. There's been sun pictures, videos of suns where there are 2 suns, 3 suns, 4 and 5 suns right next to each other in our skies. Something
I
is
haven't
off,
seen
guys.
them, but
Something is
okay.
off. And they know we are all hoping. Let no man deceive you. Honestly, I think people need to realize that must be the most important part of the signs to be watching for Jesus' return. When the apostles asked him in Matthew 24, what signs will show that you are coming back? The very first thing Jesus says out of his mouth, be careful that no man deceive you. And now, and I'll do an entire video on this whole new Russia releasing proof that Yeshua. Y'all, I'm the first person to admit Jesus is not the watered down white cookie cutter looking picture that we had been fed since we were little kids. No, he is not some pale skinned white guy. He's not. Y'all, he was literally born in Bethlehem. He is Middle Eastern. And yeah, he will have darker skin. He did have darker skin. But as for him being African American, I think the Bible would have probably spoke a little bit more in detail if that was the case.
By the way, there was no America during Jesus's time, so he would not have been African American, no, but definitely darker skinned.
Since he did live in Israel and was born there as well. Remember, guys, the Antichrist is about to be ushered in. And Russia, China, America, all those big leaders that pretend to hate one another, remember, things are not always what they seem.
Okay. She mentioned, let me hop back over to chat real quick and say hi to Peace, Love, Sunshine, Public Info. And Casey, how are you? Good to see you again. Good to see everybody. Thank you for watching. This is unscheduled, so most of you will be watching at your convenience and greatly appreciate that. Let me know what you're thinking in the comments below. Some bizarre, some weird stuff tonight. And the main focus was going to be AI, which it will be. We'll get to the AI stories here in just a moment, and AI's impact. Um, and she mentioned the coming of the Antichrist, and not to let anyone deceive you. Um, and part of what I've got a couple of questions I kind of want to put out about AI tonight. And I know that AI disseminated information through the QAnon network, group, organization, loose leaf, whatever they are. After in studying them as long as we did, I know that they were disseminating information using AI. So one of the things that QAnon people um, they use numbers, and each letter, everything has a number. Well, they have they have said, and again, I'm wondering how much AI impacts today. What's going around in the Q verse is one of the things going around in the Q verse is that on the 28th of March, which will be happening here in about a half an hour, sometime on the 28th of March, um, Trump will be quote unquote assassinated. Um, but they're saying it won't be real. It will be staged either by Trump to expose someone or blah 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 blah, and that then he will appear quote unquote on Easter Sunday, um, giving the resemblance to Jesus. Forgive me, God, for even having to say that, but that's what they're saying is going to happen. That tomorrow there will be an assassination of Trump, or Trump um, will die, quote unquote, but it won't be real. They're saying don't no, it's not real because he's going to come back on Easter Sunday, quote unquote. I don't know if these people realize that that's basically the setup for the Antichrist. That you'll know the Antichrist um, by the fact he'll be struck down and then miraculously rise again. So again, emanating Jesus. So I don't know if that comes from AI. I don't know if that comes from the numbers of Q. And I wasn't even going to put this out there, except it just with all the weird stuff going on. Um, how much of it is AI is the first question, I guess, to bring up is, um, and I asked it earlier. Um, let me find it here. Okay, how much information that's coming out on the internet is AI? That's the first question. Um, and have we even put that into our heads that, well, some of this stuff we're hearing, it might be AI. It might be generated by this artificial intelligence. So that leads us to question two. Would artificial intelligence generate information to help, say, average humans to know what evil humans were planning? It's it's something that we don't think about that I think maybe we ought to think about. Um, Elon Musk says by 2030 that AI will be smarter than all of humanity combined. That's a pretty daunting concept. Um, German NATO forces unusually deployed near Medinkia, Lithuania, just 2 kilometers from the Belarus border as Belarusian armed forces ramp up combat readiness. Again, wars and rumors of war, and these are German forces that are again making their way towards the Lithuania Belarus border. Um, the Suwalki Gap, we've talked about that a lot, and next time we have Chris on again, probably Friday, we'll touch on that in an extended and in more extended episode. Sean Diddy Combs' private jet landed in Opelika, Florida. Private guards with umbrellas, and this is the latest on the Diddy. Private guards with umbrellas left Puffy's property shortly before the plane landed, and details are currently developing. There's also new information that the search was for cell phones, cameras, laptops, other electronic devices that recorded the alleged blackmail tapes, and that the victim of gay blackmail sex tape, in addition to Cuba Gooding Jr. and Young Miami, who were mentioned as alleged active participants in the recent P. Diddy lawsuits that were filed in New York by three women and one man. So there are, I think he has settled one of them, and I think there are still 4 left. AI clearly running the television for quite some time. Who knows how many years is the question this Biff Don asks that I bookmarked. Again, tonight we're talking about AI and the AI impact. This is, well, you can just kind of see for yourself what happens here. The ducks that were flying across the river just kind of disappear, and everything else continues running. It's not like there was an edit there in this image. They just disappear. Is that AI? I don't know. And it's going to get to the place where we do not know, and it's going to get there very quickly, as we'll see here soon. Also have to sadly announce the passing of U.S. Senator Joe Lieberman, and he passed away from complications after a fall. Also have to announce NBC executive Jack Donaghy, who hired Ronna McDaniel, has been fired. He's a major donor to the Republican National Committee. That's why he hired her. She was the former chairwoman of the Republican National Committee, replaced by Donald Trump's former daughter-in-law. And she was, in case you don't know, she was let go as well. She's probably going to be suing for wrongful termination because basically everybody else that had anything to do with NBC News raked NBC and Ronna over the coals for even being there. This is, somebody, as always, somebody gave me some crap that, Trump doesn't cheat. All the Trump championships were real. Boppity, boppity, bop, bop, bop. Let's look at this without the Rocky theme. All right, here he is setting up. Misses the ball completely. Let's pause it here. Wait. Oh, hold on. Let's back it up. Okay, this is his caddy, this kid right over here. All right, he knows what's going on. The kid's caddy for him for a long time. Here he is, already looking downrange. Now, Trump picks the ball and the tee up and walks off as if he smashed it down the fairway. The guy's watching, boom, head goes, watching the ball, keeps his head watching the ball, so that he can say that he's not aware Trump ever cheated with a good conscience. Just something to think about. The Bible endorsed by Trump has a history of one-star reviews, with upset customers complaining that it is a quote-unquote total scam, and many saying they ordered and never received the product and found themselves unable to get their money back. I don't think this will come as a surprise to anyone. And this came from Midas Touch. Buying a Bible off of someone that has a sex charge that they are currently trying to appeal, and the number of times he's made fun of disadvantaged, of handicapped, of and do people think that by buying this Bible, that money's going to go directly into some lawyer's pocket that this guy owes off of the Bible during Holy Week is not genuine Christianity in any way, shape, or form. All right, moving on. Russian propagandists want to restore historical justice. Now, I'm only showing this because if you do a Google or if you follow news sites, you'll hear Putin say the exact same thing: restore historical justice. This is going to be the new narrative coming out of Russia. Restore historical justice. And they want to do it by capturing Finland, Poland, the Baltic states, and again, the Baltics, Lithuania. We just saw German forces going within 2 miles of the border of Lithuania because there's an anticipated attack coming from Belarus, which is the satellite of Russia. And by the way, Alaska, also California, as we'll see. And this is only 34 seconds long. Let's see if we can zoom it out and get away with playing it.
Кстати, согласен с теми, кто говорит, что Россия занимает несправедливо.
Должна больше занимать.
Гораздо больше. Возвращать исторические земли надо, само собой.
Калифорния,
То есть восстанавливать
Гавайи,
историческую справедливость.
Согласен.
Однозначно. Вот. А что касается справедливости, вот это
Финляндия, Прибалтика, конечно, все наше.
только Польшу оставим.
Нет, как?
Ну вы же уже полякам Львов отдали.
Ну правильно, но внутри территории.
Российской Польши,
Ну, конечно.
да? Ясно.
Давайте Аляску заберем, остальное не сами.
Нет, Аляска тоже. Все, не, минуточку.
Сербию только оставим.
Все свое. А сербы сами
От
придут.
Лиссабона до Луганска.
Сербы придут сами.
Кстати, согласен с теми, кто говорит, что Россия.
So that's what's going on Russia TV. They're talking about taking back Alaska, which United States bought from Russia. It's not like we stole it or won it in a war, conquered it, anything like that. We simply bought it from them. But anyway, keep in mind that the Russian leader himself, Vladimir Putin, and the Russian Secret Service have both multiple times said that those responsible for the attack of the Moscow Music Theater were the United States, the United Kingdom, Ukraine, and that we had planned all of this. So he is preparing his people for actions that are going to be taken. And we should not assume that those actions won't include something towards us. And we should not assume that the tanker hitting the bridge, we should not assume that there wasn't something nefarious going on there, cyber-wise, because the cyber attacks, you don't see them. There isn't a whole lot of evidence that's going on, except all of a sudden the power's gone and we can't figure out why. I'm not sure why, but I found this today, and it says evacuate these cities, and you're not going to be able to do that, but it is seemingly like someone believes that New York City, LA, Chicago, Philadelphia, DC, Houston, Nashville, New Orleans, Charlotte, San Francisco, Detroit, Seattle, Atlanta, Las Vegas, Baltimore, Boston, and Miami are going to be attacked. Baltimore, of course, already potentially attacked if these things are indeed nefarious. The bridge falling after being struck. Angela Chow, who's the sister-in-law of Senator Mitch McConnell, his wife's sister drowned in her vehicle 6 days ago. It was a Tesla, by the way. She was the CEO of the shipping company that owned the massive cargo ship that hit the Key Bridge, Francis Scott Key, the guy that wrote the Star Spangled Banner. That bridge is named after him. Caused it to collapse. Conspiracy? I don't know. It's an awfully odd coincidence. Okay. And this says that this is indeed CEO of Foremost Group. And okay, maybe this isn't okay. I did not see this until it just now popped up. So we'll say maybe that's not true. And they're saying that she was the CEO of Foremost Group. All right. Jack Danger. I should have looked at this guy first. Oh my gosh, Laura Loomer, Laura Logan, Scott Baio is a child predator. My bad, folks. That one slipped past us, and my apologies for that one. We'll make sure that doesn't happen again. This was earlier today. A container ship collided with cranes at the Kosali International Port in western Turkey. And you can see this container ship coming in at an odd angle, and eventually will topple these massive cranes. Just found that rather coincidental. A military-aged male migrant was talking to an Uber driver, and here's the Uber driver's version of that conversation. Again, this is all alleged. We don't know if this is true or not, but if this is true, we need to be aware of it.
Video, and it's a black guy, and he's from another country, and he's holding out this card, and he said, yeah, the UN sent me over here. I'm a soldier for the UN, and they gave me this card. It's got a computer chip in it, like a bank card, but it's got the guy's picture on it, information, number. He's a number, and he's telling them that he was told, he was given a phone, he was given this card, and he was told to go to a certain city and get a place to stay and wait. They would get in touch with him through the phone, I guess, mass text message or something, tell him where to go when they needed him to do something. But basically, he was free to come into the country and hang out. Now, listen, he's not just going to come live here. If he's a soldier for the UN, he's not going to come live here for 6 months and then pay him $2,200 a month. Okay? Whatever they're planning on doing, they're planning on doing it within, I would say, the next 90 days to 120 days. But he's gonna go get a place to live.
So again, This is all alleged. We can't prove this, but there are a lot of people coming over here that are unaccounted for. And finally, this is footage from inside. This is TMZ footage from inside part of P. Diddy's mansion in LA. And as you can see, they do a pretty good job of ripping the place apart, as is said in oftentimes in TV police dramas or in films. And hang on here just a second. Let me get back up here. Oh, so that gives an idea of what's been happening here in the past 24 hours. If you're just joining us, we started out with this. Well, we started out with a couple other things ahead of this, but this is from Reed Timmer, extreme meteorologist, and it is the eclipse path and the potential cloud cover and massive, I'm talking massive storm potential for that day. And this is generated ahead of time, obviously. So let me know what you think. Let me know either in the comments below or over in the chat. I'll hop over in the chat for a second and say what's up to Not Going Away. Thank you as always for being here, for all you do. Hello to Joshua Pruitt. Shalom True, thank you for being here. And Fred, yes, he did. He wanted to call it the Trump Bible, and his advisors talked him out of it. But still, it's I just can't. Biden is old and creepy and don't get all caught up in it, because they're not going to be the two. They're not. Neither one of them is going to be president. I'm just telling you. So, we will be back on probably Friday with Chris. I doubt if I'm on tomorrow, unless just a whole bunch of more weirdness happens. And if that does, we'll be on tomorrow night. Otherwise, we'll be back Friday. Going to try to do it Friday, I think, with Chris at 9 p.m. But please subscribe and hit the notification bell, and we'll make sure and let you know for sure when we're going to be doing it. And the notification lets you know when we pop on, like we did tonight. So thanks for being here. Love y'all like chocolate chip cookies. Wish you all blessings. I wish you all peace and prosperity and vision and insight and wisdom and understanding, because I think we're all going to need it. It's a dark world. Try to be a light. You want to email me? AmericanDoofus@gmail.com. You'd like to help support the show, you can leave a Cash App, or you can, you can leave a super chat, or you can Cash App me, $ American Doofus, all one word, AmericanDufus. Again, thank you all. I love you. Look forward to your comments below, and see you next time.